Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Sandy Toe Tarot. My name is Laura and I'm back this week for a midweek reading. I'm back to the yes or no pick a card reading this week because I've done love and I've done finances in recent weeks, and I do like to keep a fresh yes or no pick a card out there because people have new questions all the time. So as usual, I haven't picked the piles of cards yet, but I will do that after I turn off the camera. And then I will have crystals on top of the piles to help you choose. You do not have to choose based on the crystal. You can choose your pile however you like. Some people just like to choose their favorite number, 1 through 4. Some people like to kind of take a few deep breaths and close their eyes, and then whenever they open their eyes, the pile that they're drawn to is the one that they choose. However you decide is the right way for you. If you have more than one question, of course you can pick more than one pile. As always, I'll put the timestamps in the description box below so that you can go directly to your reading once you choose the pile that's speaking to you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you'll be notified whenever I do upload a new video. It is completely free to subscribe to a YouTube channel. It's just, it will just show up in your feed when you subscribe. And then if you hit that bell, you'll get a notification whenever a new video is uploaded for the channel that you subscribe to. So I appreciate all of your support. This channel is growing and I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy just to be here to help people if I can. And this is fun too. I don't want to forget that I enjoy doing it, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. So don't take it all so seriously. Just have fun with it. If you do think someone else might be interested in my channel, please do feel free to share it with anybody. And I enjoy reading your comments, so keep those coming. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and choose the piles, and then I'll put the camera down and we'll get started on this week's yes or no pick a card reading. So welcome back, you guys. I guess I don't even have to tell you which pile is which because I have numbers on here today, pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can take a moment to choose which of these piles is going to answer your question, your yes or no question. On pile 1, I have a rose quartz. This one's rough cut. On pile 2, I have a cinnabar quartz crystal. On pile 3, I have a rough cut aquamarine. And on pile 4, I have an amazonite. So go ahead and choose the pile that's speaking to you, and I will get started with pile 1. The timestamps again will be in the description box below, so you can go directly to your reading. Okay, for pile 1, these are going to be your messages for the pick a card reading. We'll see if we can get a yes or no out of here. Sometimes it is a maybe. I will warn you about that, but usually we get a solid yes or no. Just want to tell you about the rose quartz. It is known as the love stone, and that includes all types of love, self-love, and platonic love, but also, you know, romantic love too. It promotes love, happiness, warmth, and emotional health. So it's a great stone. Okay, so let's see for pile 1 if we can get some information here. I'll put that there so we know which one we're dealing with here. So I chose the Herbal Tarot as I usually do, just as, you know, further clarification for the Rider-Waite cards. So what we have is the 9 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Hanged Man. So what I'm seeing here is a no, and there are a couple of reasons for that. It's at least a not right now. because you do have the Nine of Swords here, which is a card of kind of worry. It is an ending, but there's a lot of anxiety around this decision. Usually when you're dealing with a lot of anxiety, it's not the right time to make a decision anyway. Like, you need to maybe take a minute, take a break, work on taking care of yourself, and then when you're in a better frame of mind, that is when you should make the decision. Another card that kind of indicates that is the Hanged Man here, and that is a card of kind of suspended animation. It's not a card for it's not a time for movement. It is a time to take a time out and look at things from a different perspective. The next card that we have here is the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is a card of holding your position. There is some pressure from somewhere not to hold on to your position, but you are being asked by this card. It's saying you are in the right, you are in the right place, you have the right idea. Hold on to your position, although there's going to be some pressure not to. The King of Wands is the Aries card, and Aries is a fire sign. Fire signs are just passionate, enthusiastic, and pretty interesting people. If it is not an actual Aries, this can be a card of an older gentleman who is very interesting to talk to because he is such an adventurer. He has a lot of amazing stories to tell. He might not be the richest man on the block, but he's a very interesting person. So this kind of says to me, if a fire sign doesn't play in your decision here, that you might get some counsel from an older gentleman who is very fun and adventurous. Again, I think the overall answer is a no, and I'm thinking there might be some pressure for you to say yes, actually, is what I'm getting. But this is saying don't hold on to your position with the no. Take some time out before you make any real change here, any real decision. Take some time out and look at things from a different perspective. But for right now, it's no. Let me see these cards here. Okay, so you got the King of Pentacles, which is the Gemini card, and you got this again. You got the Seven of Wands. So again, you're being asked to hold your position. Well, I think the answer is no. I think there's going to be some pressure to not hold that position, maybe from these two people. So the King of Pentacles is an air sign. Air signs are mental, communicative, and idealistic. Geminis are kind of almost like the monkeys of the zodiac. They're a lot of fun too, but they are the sign of the twins, so they usually have two very distinct and different personalities. Okay, so if this is not actually a Gemini, it could be an older gentleman who has money, who's very practical, who's very stable financially, who can give you advice, may be able to give you some financial advice. But I feel like you might have a couple people that are trying to pressure you to change this no. You've decided a no is the answer to the question, but you might have a couple people here that want you to change that answer to a yes. And I'm not entirely sure if this is if this was relationship stuff going on here, like these two people or somebody you're dating. You're dating two people, or maybe these two people are older gentlemen in your life that are trying to advise you, to change this answer to a yes for some reason. I don't know why that would be, but these cards are saying your position is correct. Hold on to your position. You say no, and no is the right answer for you. I'm just a little bit nosy here. I want to see what this is about, what these two guys are about. are these two people here. So can I get a clarifier on the King of Wands, please? King of Wands, King of Wands. Is he a lover? Is he a friend? Oh my gosh. You got that again. Can I get a clarifier on the King of Pentacles, please? Can I get one for the Hangman? Let's see what we're looking at from another position here. The Hangman. Can I get a clarifier on that Hangman, please? One more. Okay, I'm going to be honest, I had to think about that for a minute. It's like, what is going on here? But I think I get what's happening. So there is a lot of anxiety here about this decision. The answer to your question is a no still. But let's talk a little bit about the deeper story here. This Hangman is taking a time out to like not moving forward, like things are a little bit at a standstill, and I think it has something to do with this decision as well. I think some of you want to go out into the world and have a different adventure. Like there's something out there that is calling you, and you really, really, really want to do this. I think there's some opposition to that. So the Justice card with this Hangman just means to me again, this is taking the time out to make a decision, and the Justice cards means that you need to weigh all factors carefully. It's like that balancing act, right? Just like a judge, just like if you were a judge, you need to weigh all of the factors carefully before you make the decision. So I'm saying for now, the answer is no. But there's another decision that's coming up, and I think that is what you're kind of suspended on. It's like no to the first question, but there's a bigger decision coming up, and I think it has something to do with going out into the world. You're at opposition here. Going out into the world and doing something adventurous. I really feel like that's what you want to do. Look, you've got two hold on to your position cards right around this King of Wands, which is the King of Adventure, right? And down here by the King of Pentacles, you have some opposition here too, but it is to hold on to the creature comforts, what you know. You have this place or this thing of I think it's a place of absolute abundance here. Like you have someone that takes care of you financially. Maybe this is your parents. Maybe this is home to you, whatever home is, and you are very well taken care of in that home, in the material realm. Food, clothing, shelter, everything that you need. This could be very much a father figure, a parental figure that wants you to stay in this stable kind of environment, but you are wanting to go out on an adventure. And I think there's push and pull here on these two right here. So while the answer to the question that you came to the cards about is no, I do think that you will be weighing a bigger decision and whether or not you move forward with your desire to go out into the world and do something very adventurous or not. Well, you'll have to weigh in many factors before you make that decision. The time for that decision is not right now, but it will be coming. There's pressure on both sides for you to do both, for you to stay in a place of absolute comfort and abundance, which is probably whatever home is to you, or for you to go out on an adventure. I think I have to leave that at that. And I'm going to, because you want to go out on an adventure, I'm going to pull you a Sacred Traveler card. I do think this might be a no for this adventure right now. Like you're at a standstill on that right now. You're caught between this, but it will come back around, definitely. I think this is what you really want to do. The adventure is what you really want. But there's some pull on this too. All right, so can I get some guidance for this pile one, for this yes or no? Pick a card, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This guidance for the pile one. Thank you for this guidance. Infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. So the Sacred Traveler wants you to know life goes in cycles. There are times when fields lay fallow, and there are also times of harvest. Right now, you are moving toward a harvest time to receive an outpouring of money, energy, time, or love. However, you must first know that you deserve it, and you do. There are times on the journey when life is fallow, but in the times of harvest, the Sacred Traveler shares the bounty and even volunteers to help others bring in their crops. This is the time to give deeply and fully of who you are and what you have, for the more you truly give, the more you receive. It's a universal law. As you focus on gratitude for what you already have, your abundance will grow leaps and bounds. And I just realized I might have had that upside down. Sorry. That's hilarious. Anyway, this has been a kind of an upside down, topsy-turvy reading anyway, but okay, so you definitely have infinite abundance and more is coming into your life, so that's exciting. And maybe, you know, abundance is many things. It's not just money, it's also joy and love and abundant in all things, right? So I'm going to leave that for my pile ones. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Okay, my pile twos. These are going to be messages for the weekly yes or no pick a card. I hope you guys are going to be easier than pile one because that was a little rough. So pile two has the Cinnabar Enhanced Quartz on it, and that brings abundance, enhances persona, and is good for business and finance. So let's see if we can find a yes or no somewhere here in the cards. I'll put this there just so you'll know which pile we're dealing with here. Okay, so the Herbal Tarot, I save those for later on. That's a little more confirmation. So you got the Chariot in the Rider-Waite, the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. This is a no. This is definitely a no. Even though you got this Chariot card here. The Chariot is the only major arcana card that you've got in this reading here. And it is the card of balancing opposing forces. And having the willpower and the strength to be able to do that. There are things that are at odds here. You want to go in two different directions maybe. People want you to go into two different directions, but you have to stay the course, stay the middle, and just balance everything. And this is saying that you do have the strength, the willpower, the determination, and everything to make that happen. So the other meanings for this card is it is also a traveling card because it's a chariot, like that was the car back in the day. And then it is also the major arcana card for Cancer. Okay, so this is why I say no. Look at all this. There's some serious conflict going on here, and there's some little conflict going on here. There's big and small conflict. There's competition. There's backbiting. There's negative energy here. There's a fight. There's a literal, like some fighting's going on here. The message of this card is that you can win if you choose to fight the battle, but at what cost? Even if you win, would you be very happy about it? Because it has been such a struggle. These guys are walking away from the fight, maybe because they lost, maybe because they chose to. Because sometimes it is better to walk away. Sometimes this represents a shady character, and you can't fight with. You don't want to fight with crazy, you know. Okay, so this is the card. The Five of Cups is a card of mourning and loss. So this is a no, but you do seem a little bit sad about it, that it's a no, that there's this much competition, there's this much fighting, there's this much turmoil. Something is lost here. If you notice, this guy is actually mourning over 3 cups that have been spilt out. And it's gone. It's forever gone. So the good news about this card is there is something left to build from if you can, like, turn around and look at what is left, what love is left, what hope is left, what ideas are left. There's something left to work from, but he's kind of looking at what's lost for too long. Let's see what these cards say. Okay, well, this is good. This is hopeful. And this is the card of hope, the Star card. It is the major arcana card for Aquarius. And the World card, an ending of a cycle and a beginning of a new cycle. So while this is a no, there is very much hope for moving on to something better and moving away from this. Whatever this situation is, doesn't look like it's a good place to be. It doesn't look like it's a good situation for you to be in. So the Star card does represent hope. It also comes after the Tower card, and the Tower card in the major arcana is like a card of things crumbling down around you. Like the foundation was not good, so something that you were involved in, maybe a relationship, maybe a job, something has crumbled. The structure of your life has crumbled. But the Star comes after that to represent hope, to say that you can put your wishes out to the universe and they will be fulfilled. And this card also says that. It is the World card, and again it says that you are ending a cycle here, but you notice that there's a circle, and that just means that there is no ending without a beginning. An ending is just a beginning of something else. So While a cycle is ending, a brand new and much better cycle is beginning. So as far as people, you got Cancer and Aquarius. Cancer is water signs, and the water signs are observant, mysterious, and emotional. Aquarius is a air sign. They're mental, communicative, and idealistic. So if it's not necessarily one of those signs that you're dealing with, maybe people who have those traits are involved in what's going on here. So because this is a general reading, this is going to be different for everybody. This situation could be a family situation. It could be something that's going on at work. It could be something that's going on in like a romance situation, somebody that you're dating. It's just going to be different for everybody. So just in general, the message is there's a lot of negative energy in it. There has been a lot of conflicting ideas. There's been a lot of competition. It doesn't seem to be healthy competition here. It seems more like backbiting competition, that kind of thing. And there is, I think there is going to be some kind of loss here from this situation. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's a person that's leaving your life. I will say this: these are everyday cards, so it may not be that big of a deal, whatever it is that you're losing. But it is definitely a no. It's not going to happen. But the good news is that you will put a wish out there into the universe for what you want now, that this is not coming to fruition. This is a no. This is going away. Whatever this is going away. What do you want now? Put your wish out into the universe, because you can have it. And this is going to be, even though the energy may be tough, it's still going to be the end of a cycle that's kind of bad and the beginning of a new cycle. So that part is good. That's very good news. And just because you have the Chariot here, so as you're going through this card is just saying you're gonna need to use all your strength and will to balance opposing forces as you're moving through this process of this ending. But since you do have the Chariot here, and that is the card of travel, I'm going to get you a Sacred Traveler Oracle card to finish up this reading and provide just some last minute advice. What advice do you have for the pile twos? How can they move through this situation? What advice do you have for pile twos? Oh, unknown territory, you're exactly where you need to be. That's always good reassurance, isn't it? I love that card. Okay, so the Sacred Traveler wants you to know sometimes the traveler feels lost, a lack of confidence, or sense of being in unknown territory. It can seem that others know more or are more qualified. However, it could be this very feeling of not knowing that allows one to step outside the bounds of convention and reach beyond the parameters of self that have been imposed by family, friends, society, and religion. It can be a very good thing. It can help you find yourself. Cherish those moments of not knowing. It's often during those times that the greatest revelations occur. Trust that all is well. You are where you should be. So that is a great message coming after some a little bit of negative energy like this, and the wheel moving forward, the world moving forward, and beginning of a new cycle. Trust that you're in the right place, and the answers will come to you, and you will put those wishes out to the universe, and they will happen for you. Okay, so that's all I have for the pile 2s. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Okay, so for the pile 3s with the rough cut aquamarine, these are going to be your messages for the yes or no pick a card. Hopefully we'll be able to get a very clear yes or no here, but I will warn you, sometimes it is a maybe. But let's talk about the aquamarine first. This is the stone of enlightenment and spiritual awareness, and it helps you become attuned to your emotions, which is really cool. Put that 3 down there so we know where we're at here. The Herbal Tarot I saved to the end. Those are just like clarification for these cards. Sometimes they clarify, sometimes they add to the story. So you got the Knight of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, and the Judgment card. I think this is a yes. Okay, so I'm actually going to start over here on this end. The Judgment card is the card of waking up to life. Spirit is calling you to wake up. You have maybe been in a place of maybe a hangman situation where you've kind of been in suspended animation a little bit. Maybe you've been in a place of the Hermit card where you've been retreating from the world and going within to find the answers, maybe stayed a little bit too long. So then the 20, the card, this is number 20, comes along, the Judgment card comes along and says, wake up to life because you're missing it a little bit. If you notice, these people are literally in coffins and they look really dead. They're very pasty. So when this card comes along, it's almost like a spring. It's like spring is here, you're moving forward, you're waking up to life. Something has happened that has caused that to happen, or it's a warning from Spirit. You need to wake up to life. Get out there and enjoy it because it's meant to be enjoyed. So we've got some good cards here. These I kind of feel like go together. The 6 of Pentacles is a card of reciprocity. It's a card of give and take. Can be a card of give and take in relationships, but since this is Pentacles and it's right next to this Pentacle here, I'm saying it's actually a card of money coming into you if you need money, or if you're in a position to help someone else with money. It's that kind of thing. It's actually give and take in material things. If you need help, it will be there for you, or you may be able to help someone else. I think it's you. I think someone's helping you because you got this card next to it, which is a Knight of Pentacles. And when knights are always bringing things into your life. And if you notice, he has a pentacle in his hand, which represents material things again: food, clothing, shelter, money, jobs. Can be like if you've applied to go to a college, it can be an acceptance coming in, which means that you're going into a situation that will eventually make you money. So it could be something like that, like education that will make you money in the future, or some kind of project that you're working on that is really but just a hobby but will make you money in the future. It can be something like that. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, so that means that whatever this is that you're looking at doing, whatever this money is that's coming in, it's through dedication, it's through hard work, it's through a plan, it's through a business plan. It's something that's very methodical and slow moving. If you keep after it, the money comes. And I think because this card is next to these cards, I think this might be about doing something that you love that will eventually bring you money. Because this 9 or this 8 of Cups is a card of seriously living in abundance and having everything that you need. 8 Cups is pretty good, right? But there's something that keeps knocking at your door. There's something that you've always wanted to do. There's something that maybe that's new that's come along that you want to do, and you feel like it's a sole purpose. You feel like if you miss out on this, you've kind of given it the rocking chair test. Like if you're at the end of your life, sitting in a rocking chair out on the porch, if I don't do this, I feel like I will have really missed out on something that I was supposed to experience in this life. So you're going out you're walking away from all of this abundance to find that 9th cup. You're in search of that 9th cup. This card also has a lesser known meaning that sometimes it may take a moon cycle, one moon cycle, for things to resolve themselves. Okay, so for a lot of people, I think this is a yes card. This is a yes to you're waking up to life, and something has woken you up, something that you want to go to pursue. It's kind of like a soul thing. It's kind of like more of a hobby than a job. It's like, it may be a job. It may be a job that you always wanted to do, but you kind of got sidetracked in another job. I know that story. I did that. But whatever it is, you're going to pursue it. You will have help along the way, and eventually this will be very successful, and it will bring you some money. Okay, so for these clarifiers, we got the Tower card, and we got the 3 of Cups. Okay, so usually, well, not usually, and certainly not lately, for some reason. A lot of times when you get the Tower card, it's not that happy of an occasion. It can be viewed negatively sometimes because it means that the structure of your life is completely coming undone. It's completely on fire, going away, sometime blowing up. These are the things that I say they just blow up in your face. It always, always, always happens for a reason, and it always is for your good. It's sweeping away things that are no longer good for you, that are no longer necessary, that are no longer important to your growth and your development and your evolution as a human being. It's when the universe strikes something that's going on in your life down like this, in this way, it's on purpose. It's because you were moving in the wrong direction. So this is like a sudden change, and it's like I said, sometimes perceived as negative, but being here with this card, the 3 of Cups, and being something to celebrate, in this particular case, I think it's a very positive thing. It's a sudden change that brings you a reason to celebrate. And I think that the reason that you are celebrating is because you have the opportunity to pursue this 9th cup. You're waking up to life. You're waking up to realizing that, we only have a finite amount of time in this lifetime. That's not to say our lives cannot be very long, because they can be very, very long. However, it is a finite amount of time. So when you have something that's knocking at your door like this, something that you are really passionate about, and you feel like you really have to pursue that, then you have to pursue that. And this is you're being given the opportunity to do that. So this is a definite yes, and it's a very positive yes. It's good. You're getting the go from the universe to go find that 9th cup. All right, so that's all very positive. So I think I'm just going to get you a general bit of advice here from our Angels and Ancestors Oracle by Kyle Gray. I love these cards. What messages do you have for our pile 3? What message do you have for our pile 3? This really good, positive pile 3 we got going on here. Pursuing the dream. Okay, Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. That's interesting. I think I've seen this one before. I like it though. Okay, so the message is, surround yourself with positive people and experiences and environments that make you feel safe. Call on your angels, guides, and ancestors to bring you protection. If you are in a situation where you feel that not everything is as clear as it seems, trust your intuition. There are energies in your current situation that aren't fully aligned with your intentions and goals or with kindness. Follow your intuition about whom to trust and what to trust. If you can take time to retreat or to step out of this situation to assess what is going to be beneficial for you, do so. In any event, this is a time to call on the energy of protection and to place yourself in a space that feels safe. Whew, Lord, that was tough to get through. I had so many thoughts as I was going through that, but okay, so there might be some energies out there, that some people that do not necessarily want you to pursue this. Just be on the lookout for yourself and protect yourself daily. If you've never done that, there are some YouTube tutorials on how to protect yourself psychically. Me personally, I just imagine a divine, pure white light all around me that is protecting me, with mirrors around me that are facing outside to deflect all negative energy back to its source. That's just what I do, and I just kind of sit with that for a few minutes kind of every morning and take a few deep breaths and imagine that pure white light around me and those mirrors. And so that's how I protect myself and my energy. Like I said, there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube, or a lot of guidance on YouTube. There are books out there that will tell you how to protect yourself from negative energies. So you have to do what is, some people use candle divinations and things like that to protect themselves. Some people carry amulets. Whatever it is that feels good to you, you do that. But do protect yourself and watch out for those people around you whose intentions are not that pure, and ask for the divine to show you who they are, to make themselves known to you when they're in your energy field, and that will happen. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you guys. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste. Okay, so if you chose pile 4 for your yes or no pick a card these are going to be your messages, and pile 4 had the Amazonite on there. And the Amazonite enhances desire to attain spirituality, to bring success, and to attract luck and money. It soothes emotional trauma, dispels negative energy and aggravation, and assists in manifesting your desires. Represents universal love. Boy, that's a pretty powerful stone, isn't it? All right, so let's see if we can get a straight answer here, yes or no. I do have to warn you, sometimes it is a maybe. The Herbal Tarot, I hold off until later for clarification. Let's see what we got with the Rider-Waite. Got the Death card. the Queen of Swords, the Magician, and the Six of Cups. So this is a yes. This is a definite yes. You guys have manifested this. All right, so the Death card means that something is coming to an end. It is probably something that has been coming to an end for a long time. Maybe you've been stuck in a situation for a long time. But the Death card means that that phase of your life is ending and another phase of your life is beginning. Endings are not always necessarily easy. I feel like this one probably is a pretty good one based on the cards that are around it. Endings aren't always easy, but sometimes they are necessary to get to that next phase in your life. The message of the card is, it's like the phoenix rising out of the ashes, right? From this death, you will rise again and you will transform your life into something completely different. So the Death card not only comes along when you are, when a relationship is ending, it also comes along when you are getting married, because both of those things will transform your life into something completely different. Getting married is an end to, it's a death to your singlehood, to being single. You are transforming, therefore, into the life of a married person. Ending a relationship is a death to that relationship, but you are transforming into the life of a single person. And a lot of times that can be a lot of fun, right? So the Death card is neither good or bad. It is an ending. It's actually usually good. Even if it is an ending that you didn't want to happen, in the end, you see that it was supposed to happen and you are better off because of it. But for my Pile Fours, something's ending in your life and you are transforming into something new. Well, what I think you're transforming into is whatever it is that you've been manifesting. What have you been manifesting? What have you been asking for? Because this card is the Master Manifestor, it's the Magician, it's having everything that you absolutely could possibly need to do whatever it is that you want to do. If you need people, you got the cup here representing the relationships, you'll meet the right people. If you need creative ideas and you need energy, you got the wands here. If you're going out to be an entrepreneur and strike out on your own, these wands are giving you the action orientation to go out and do that. This sword here will give you the clarity of thought to make the right decisions at the right time, and you've got the money that you need to do it, whatever it is that you need to do, however much money you need. If you need a place to do it, pentacles are material things, so it can, you know, could be any kinds of those material, foundational, property type things that you need. Whatever it is that you need to fulfill your wildest dreams, you have it. So that's why I say this death and transformation is a good one. It is what you have manifested. It's what you've wanted. So this card can be the card of someone coming back into your life to offer something in the way of relationship. And for some of you, that may very well be what you were trying to manifest. You wanted somebody to come back into your life. They've come back and they're offering you something in the way of a relationship. So that's the transformation that you're going through. For others of you, this could be a childhood dream. Think back when you were everything in your childhood, when you were all fresh and so many bad things had not happened in your life. So many people had not told you, no, you can't have things that you know that you wanted to have in your childhood. What was that? Did you want to be a musician when you grow up? Did you want to be a rock star? Some people are manifesting their dreams of their childhood. They're going back to what it was that they originally wanted to do. So this other card here is the Queen of Swords, so it's my card for Virgo. We are in Virgo season, so that could be a timing thing. That could, like, if your question, if your yes or no question, you were also wanting to know when, now, in the next few weeks, this is Virgo season, or next Virgo season, so a year from now. This is also the card of an older woman who is, she is very smart. She has got tremendous clarity of thought. She does not suffer fools lightly. She will put you in the place. She has the sword. She will cut your head off if she needs to. She has a little bit of a reputation of being a little bit bitter, but I kind of don't get that. I just think she's very smart. She uses her head to make decisions instead of using her heart. It's not as common for women to come from that place, so that's why people sometimes think she's a little rough, but she's just smart. She's smart, and she uses logic to make her decisions instead of emotions. Not that she doesn't have emotions. She has plenty of emotions. She just doesn't let them get the best of her. Okay, so it might be that a Virgo plays into your reading here. Whatever it is that you're manifesting, maybe a Virgo helps you. Maybe it happens in Virgo season. Again, it can be a timing card. Maybe a Virgo is involved in whatever. Maybe this person that's coming back to offer you something in the way of a relationship is a Virgo. And Virgos are earth signs, so it could also just be an earth sign. But actually, I'm not feeling that at all. So I'm not even going to tell you what earth signs are. All right. So you got the Seven of Cups as a clarifier, and you got the High Priest, which is my card for Taurus. Now that is another earth sign, so I will mention the earth signs now. They are very grounded, and they're very practical and stable people, very dependable, those kind of people. Very good with the money things, the material things. They're just very earthy kind of individuals. So the High Priest is my card for Taurus. It is also a card of traditional religion, orthodoxy. It can be a time when a spiritual advisor is going to come into your life and help you make a decision about something, or you may seek a wise counsel from someone that you look up to, that you think is a spiritual person, a spiritual leader. The Seven of Cups is almost kind of like this. It's almost like the wish fulfillment. You have in the Seven of Cups, you have so many options. You can have whatever it is that you want. There's so many things on offer in these cards. So the message of this card kind of is, you're going to have to pick one, because you have so many dreams. You know, you're daydreaming about all this stuff that you can do now after this death. That's another great thing about when the death card comes along. It's a clean slate. A lot of times it just wipes the slate clean, and you can do whatever it is that you want to do. So this is kind of a little bit of a card of delusions, like you're just pipe dreams, like you're just daydreaming too much about everything. Make a decision and go with it. If it doesn't work out, you can always come back to another one of these other things that you wanted to do, but you're going to have to make a decision and go with it. Whatever it is that you decide to do, you can absolutely manifest that. And when you're making that decision, don't forget to go back to your childhood, to what you dreamed you wanted to be before the problems started, before life got in the way. What did you want to be? What did you want to do? Whatever that is, it is definitely happening. And it looks like it is happening soon, like in Virgo season, which we're in Virgo season now until later on in September 20th-ish. Okay, just for fun and because I haven't used these yet today, I'm going to get a Sedona, Wisdom from the Sedona Oracle deck here. Oh, Scorpio, sorry. Major Arcana for Scorpio. Virgo, Taurus, Scorpio, those are the only ones, astrological signs I see here. Okay, what advice can you give to pile 4 here? What do you got for us for pile 4? Rain, gifts. Looks almost like that 7 of Cups. Let's see what it says. I know the rain is very important in the desert. Okay. So the most precious gift in the desert is water. We never know when or how much we will see. Rain is always welcome in the desert, whether Virga, that only moistens the sky without touching the ground, or monsoon rains that cleans the air and fills the dry washes with roaring rivers. Gifts can be most precious when least expected. Wow, you're getting a gift. Wonder if it's gonna be this joy here. I'm just kidding. It could be anything. But on top of all this and manifesting your desires and going for it and being in a position to manifest whatever it is that you want, on top of all that, you are getting an unexpected gift. How great is that? Okay, so I'm going to leave that there for my pile 4s. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Namaste.